Okay, that was weird. Silent Room's still in hiatus. This is a black card in disguise, I honestly. I mean, that's Venom's bullshit though, I suppose. It doesn't break the identity of the class. Yeah, they're meant to go, the two colors are meant to be together. I don't have a white to play that. Did they have toggles off or something? That was a quick rig damage. Dude, that's a lot of greens. Are we actually playing a black deck here, or what? You have Dre. I didn't realize this was a Venom. That makes a lot of sense. I usually play this in decks that aren't Hanare. Isn't this a new card? Pretty sure Big Viper's new. Yeah. That explains it, I suppose. Venom got some new support, that's why they're playing Hanare. Hanare herself isn't new though, isn't she? Oh no, she is part of the new set. They just play a bunch of level 1s, that is a potential way they can avoid further damage and continue being ahead. Alternatively, they could just not attack. I don't see the benefit in doing it though, so they probably wouldn't. Holy shit, are they actually gonna be able to deal damage here? Why did... Holy shit. Why did they reduce this guy? They only trashed one. They know I don't have any defenses. I mean, there is one piece that defends, but... Wait, that dealt damage? How did that happen? Oh. Was that a spell or something? Let me actually read what Hanare does. Discard a card. Or 2 or more in the ender. Put it on trash. This turn the next time your attack crushes the top. Put that card into the trash instead of the check zone. In other words, no life burst. Interesting. It's a black deck with a green identity that plays like a red deck. What a wacky... What a wacky. That's all I can say. Can I please get a guard? That'd be really nice. Thank you. Try to encourage them to use a thingy here. Yeah. Hmm. Dude, can either of us get like a life burst to activate? Actually, I did trigger one so far. Wacky. Oh, I was thinking of the other Aquino. I was thinking, I activate this to get Shadow. It doesn't get Shadow. It just increases power. I was thinking of a different Aquino. Might be. Well, for what it's worth, more power is very good against black. They've got hand rips too. Oh right. I guess they see no value in getting rid of Enter, which is very forth forthright of them. That the correct use of that word. That sucks rightly. They're trashing it immediately. What the fuck? Okay. I'm guessing it was a mistake. Ah, not once. It's twice per turn. Nice. That sucks. Did they really not bring another defense than that one? I suppose if they did have one, they knew it wouldn't be enough. No face cam right now since I am in darkness, and I quite like it right this way right now. Ha! Woo! Are they letting me play with you cards? They are. Alright, well, they don't want to play with randos. Oh, hey, they're playing now. Alright, it's Aki Lovely Lucky.
Standing ready for your word. A mark of chain with a sunny disposition. Wrapped up in cellophane for any proposition. I greet your day and ask you how you are.
And stop making me go first.
I'll take things back when more than insufficient. I learn to tell you no if running inefficient. A good time. Yet there's something deep inside that leaves me teary eyed. A longing for a world left on.
Oh wow, they're actually playing no, never mind, let's remember. They were together at some point in the anime. Close enough.
So can we
Blue Archive. I'm expecting some handwriting. So I'm increasing my hand size to make sure I have plenty of choice. Make sure I don't. They're playing Cosmo. Oh my god, they're actually just playing Remember. A normal Remember thing. They're not playing. They're playing the Cosmo Remember. Talk about getting debated.
Can we wonder for a spell and live in better land? I wanted to be true to be like you. My heart sings a chorus out of tune. And I could leave it on the shelf or keep it to myself, but nothing could conceal the things I feel, my love. Can you teach me to be and though I try, I can't reply. It hurts my eyes and I'm without an alibi. 'Cause all this time I've been alive, and now that it's gone, this ain't believing by your side. Can we wonder for a skeleton, a laughing for a lily? 'Cause I'm going through like me, like you. My heart beats the rhythm just for you. And I could leave it on the shelf or keep it to myself, but nothing could conceal the things I feel, my love. I
attack power doesn't matter. Hell yeah. Right. Not sure how useful this will be. The Sigma barrier is still very useful. Yeah, this match ain't looking too hot. Woo! Today we're playing new cards. Hmm. Oh, right, they have the ability to. I forgot since I usually don't play this would remember. The fuck was that? Oh, yeah, that makes enough sense. I forgot about that. I knew it was level 3, but yeah, that was doomed the moment they were able to deal 2 damage to us turn 1. Well, it's cooking. What's cooking? Good looking. Ah,
Your companion on the deck, standing ready for your word. A mark of Jane with a sunny disposition, wrapped up in cellophane for any proposition. I greet your day and ask you how you are, and demonstrate my endless repertoire. I'll take things back when noted insufficient. I learn today, you know, if running inefficient. can we wander for a spell and live in fairyland? I want it to be true to be like you. My heart sings a chorus out of tune. And I could leave it on the shelf or keep it to myself, but nothing could conceal the things I feel. My love, can you teach me to be real? And though I try, I can't reply. It hurts my eyes and I'm without an alibi.
I think I'd be better off with a removal for my level 1 rather than draw. We kind of have too much.
Can we wander for a spell? I'll love you for a little, 'cause I'm going through like me, like you. My heart beats the rhythm just for you. And I could leave it on the shelf or keep it to myself, but nothing could conceal the things I feel. My love, I give you my grand reveal.
I was playing into this, but our twos are very dead for a good chunk of the game. Past mid game, which you know fucking sucks. I figure I may as well play as many of them as I can before they all become useless. They don't have any defenses, since they don't have any enter. I mean, there is the thingy, but that's not removable. Wolf.
A washed fraud. You should switch to Pokemon. You could be on one of the greatest winning streaks of your life, but the second you lose a game, you're not just losing rating, you're like losing dignity and self-worth. And it's weird, right? Because like winning feels good for like 10 minutes, but losing feels terrible forever. I remember games in detail from 10 years ago at 40 player regionals where I made mistakes.
How do you use this?
So today I want to talk about why that happens. Why losing feels so bad, why winning can sometimes feel like it
How do you
barely counts,
exceed
and
4?
how competitive games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Can completely destroy your mental state. Let me give you a specific example from my life. I'm lucky to have a great group of friends who, at their peak, all grinded competitive Yu-Gi-Oh!
I guess you
Extremely
gotta play
hard.
with
Our
divas
tournament prep
in
involved
order
like
to
months
take
of making
advantage of this, but they're
spreadsheets,
not
debating,
playing diva.
arguing, and especially playing the dueling book rank ladder. As a group, we're crazy competitive and always would push to take the W at every tournament. To keep the tournament prep interesting, sometimes we would do these little DB rating competitions between us. And this one event in
Lancer
particular,
sucks.
me and one of the guys decided we were
The
going to go
Signy
at it.
barrier doesn't
What
do
started
anything
as a
to
friendly
it.
competition quickly turned into a vicious brawl. Every time one of us overtook the other on the ladder, it would turn into memes being made of us and instantly getting sent into this group chat. I'll flash a couple of them here for your enjoyment. The banter would drive both of us crazy, and it actually pushed me so hard that I eventually reached rank 1 on the ladder. And like, here's the weird thing, like when I hit rank 1, I didn't feel like I'd won anything. I just felt relieved, less like I just topped an event and more like I'd stopped my house from burning down. Honestly, I barely even remember the competition itself, but I really remember all of the memes getting sent in. And that's the problem. Winning sometimes doesn't feel like a reward, it just feels like you're escaping punishment. And I guess that can lead to part of the reason why losing doesn't feel as good as winning, because when you win, sometimes your brain doesn't celebrate as much. Oh, and if you're interested in how the actual tournament went,
that is how the brain works.
I got paired
Yes,
with one of the
congratulations
6 people in
on
my group
describing
round 1 in a
that.
250 player tournament, and lost the dice roll in a combo mirror, so that was great. Despite this, our 6-person group still managed to take 4 out of the top 16 slots playing Malice, which we were super happy with. Alright, so why does losing feel like getting punched in the chest? Your brain has this feature called loss aversion, which basically means that losing often feels far more painful than winning feels good. And competitive games are basically designed to push this button over and over. To your brain, they're not really games, they're just these like loss aversion machines that like sometimes give you dopamine and wins. But it could be worse, because sometimes when you lose in these competitive games, you're actually experiencing damage to your self-image, especially if you're someone that really rates themselves as a really good player. Like when you win, sometimes the emotion is like, yeah, I'm good at the game. But when you lose, your brain can often go, we've been pretending. That's interesting. You're not thinking I made a mistake. You're thinking like I am the most washed man in existence. And like Yu-Gi-Oh! In particular makes this so much worse because it's a very technical game. In highly technical games, losses often make you feel like I'm dumb. How could I have missed something so simple? Why do I do these hobbies? When you spot mistakes after the fact, it oftentimes feels like it should have been possible to spot them before you made them. So your brain can explain this discrepancy sometimes with like the most humiliating explanations possible. It's like losing and getting diagnosed with autism like simultaneously. Winning doesn't feel amazing in these situations because when you've been grinding for months, winning is expected. Like that is the plan to win, right? And you've played so many of these games and you've seen so many of these situations, you usually should be able to win all of them. Like when you sit down, even if you're not cocky, you often do think, I'm probably going to win this game. So when you win, your brain doesn't celebrate, it just says, exactly as planned. But losing feels the complete opposite. The next part I think is also key to competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! In particular, in that time investment also makes losses far heavier in my opinion. So truly competitive players don't just show up and play, they prepare. And preparing is making spreadsheets, testing, deck building, arguing about choices in the group chat for fucking days on end. Spending money, traveling to events. Remember the Nationals example I gave earlier? I think we probably prepped for about 40 hours a week for at least 1.5 to 2 months prior to the event. I think honestly it was closer to 2. And before anyone calls us jobless bums in the comments, we all had jobs on top of this. I was in the last 6 months of my PhD in Munich, and overall the shit was not easy to do on top of that. So with this prep in mind, when you lose, it's not just losing a match, you're losing like a chunk of your life that you've invested in this win. Especially if it's a helpless loss, like opening 0 hand traps and losing a dice roll in a combo mirror. When you're prepping as hard as we had, you're misplaying a very small amount of the time. So your losses are typically out of your control and they can really feel crushing. Alright, let's try and end this video on a less doomer note. What can you do about these negative types of feelings? I think the first helpful thing you can try to do is maybe change your mindset. It's easy to feel negative when examining the situation in isolation, but if you took a step back and saw that your win rate was really high for that period overall, That can be a good way to adjust to it. Try to treat your losses as something less personal and more as just like information, just a data point on a much larger tapestry of preparation. A super helpful example that I've seen my friends personally do is that when you inevitably make a blunder, tell yourself out loud that, okay, that was a shit play, but now it's registered and it's never going to happen again. Giving punctuation to what actually happened that way can help you remember it and avoid making similar mistakes in the future. Okay, so while losses are sometimes down to mistakes, other losses are down to unavoidable circumstances, which can be helped less, but maybe not as little as you think. Oh, and a quick aside, if you ever feel like a game you lost was unwinnable, I
They
would
still have
truly
ban.
invite
They
you
can
to
play
examine
that.
that before really
They have to
believing it.
try winning here.
Oftentimes mistakes are just hidden, and maybe like giving a replay or something to a friend to examine is like a really good way to spot that. So correct deck building can actually alleviate a lot of losses that before you felt were unavoidable. So drawing from the Nationals example again, the format during that time consisted mainly of full power Malice and Raziel Mitsurugi. There were other decks too, but they're not relevant to the example. So both decks essentially set up unbreakable boards when going uninterrupted and had a similar number of starters, so similar consistency. Malice, however, was able to play about 6 additional pieces of non-engine relative to Raziel, bringing its total hand trap count to 20 in the main deck. This was in part due to Raziel having significantly more engine requirements in the deck, stuff like these cards that had to be played in order to make the engine functional. So what this meant with Malice is that you would lose games going second less often as you were able to draw more hand traps. When you consider that you're supposed to be winning going first anyway, you should expect a higher win rate versus Raziel. This was true overall, but ignoring the fact that Malice was an order of magnitude harder to play than Raziel, so in reality that would have factored into the win rate too. So in theory, playing Malice there should have led to less unavoidable losses, as the additional hand traps would result in your opponent ending on half boards more often, which were very breakable in the format. Lots of the greatest players I have ever met attending tournaments for the best part of 10 years often lose games as well. But something that I've noticed is when they lose, they really do treat it completely without emotion. So I think the real benefit of that is that this prevents them going on tilt during a tournament, which can affect your tournament performance overall. So in summary, if you've just been cooked on the ladder and you're spiraling, you're probably not washed, you're just getting the full Yu-Gi-Oh experience. Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
So true, honestly. Like, that's a problem, isn't it? The fact that that's just how Yu-Gi-Oh sometimes is. Like, is that good game design? Good card game design? It's a question I still kind of have trouble answering sometimes. Yep. Dude, felt like I was simply up against a bad deck there. Right, if removal's the goal, then blue isn't the color. The color doesn't necessarily matter anymore. I chose blue because it gave us draw. Blue could still be good because blue bottoms. This thing costs, but that hardly matters. Problem is that this is a weaker defense if I choose to do this. This costs more, but that doesn't matter all that much, right? It does if we're up against a slower deck. That is bad. Might want to reconsider the piece. Man, I'd really love to just play another white for the assist. Why not? Let me give Miko a shot. We could play a lot less blue here. Is there an update? As usual, I prefer testing new builds against myself rather than on other people. Lower deck, I'm tempted to just go Mugen, but I have other slow decks, I think. I forgot how much I hate stun.
for Christmas is a SEMO video.
I'm sure that's what a lot of people want.
I'm sure. Did you know I haven't heard a Mariah Carey song once this Christmas so far? All the radio stations don't play Christmas music anymore. It's insane. It's crazy.
Say, now that I'm like ingratiating myself in the Magic community, I saw the this is probably every Magic player probably knows this. I saw the thing in the ice meme. I thought that was very funny.
It's a good meme. It's a good solid,
meme. Very
solid
good
as solid as a block of ice meme. The thing in the ice. What a card! I should have shown you that card at some point. Now I guess you've seen it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, oopsie. Would you stop, please? No, I've got.
It came up on Twitter. I'm sorry. It's not like I looked for it. I'm gonna look up Mariah Carey Magic the Gathering memes. Yeah, okay.
You have a problem. You have a Twitter problem, and I'm here to try to help you. And I just stay off there. I just repost things that you post, and that's it. Anyway. What are we doing here? It's the end of the year. I love a good end of the year episode, so I have some burning questions for you. How many Yu-Gi-Oh cards that were released in 2025? Take a guess.
Do you know the answer to this?
I know.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know.
AI has a range. AI couldn't come up with such a number.
Let me just take a quick think here. What? Actually, let me pull up Yu-Gi-Oh set chronology. If I see how many sets came out, I can actually give you a pretty good guess here.
How many sets do we have? Let's see.
Great question. I need to get to that point first. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Are we talking about just cards in general or like only new cards?
I don't know. Yes. It's cards.
Yes, great. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we had one core set, so that's like 100 cards. We had a structure deck, so that's like 40. An OTS pack is like 20 or 30, so like 170.
Anyways, so
I would say like in the neighborhood, definitely no more than 1,000. We definitely didn't get 1,000 cards for sure.
In your Eternal format game, you got under 1,000 cards.
Probably under 1,000 cards, if I had to take a guess. Yeah, give or take maybe 100 or 200 in each direction. So like maybe 8 to 1,200 if I'm gonna wager a guess.
Awesome, good, great. That's a nice healthy number. I would.
You're like
God, what
Magic got 4 billion new cards.
Our standard format alone got 1,645 cards.
Oh, awesome. Great.
Just standard.
Cool.
Just our newest, hottest format got that many cards. I have no idea what it is for Commander. I'm sure those numbers will come out. I'm sure the Command Zone is doing a sweet podcast about it. I'm sure it's a fine number. It's insane. Now, here's the question. How many of those new cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Got banned this year?
Ooh, how many of the cards that were printed this year got banned?
Yeah, how many cards did they... Sure, how many cards they banned? How many of those new cards got banned?
How many of the new cards got banned? Not many, I'll be honest, because like the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Typically works is unless something is really, really egregiously bad for the game, they'll typically tiptoe around it, either restrict it first, then ban it, or they'll ban stuff that is older because
would be nice to essentially be able
it's not like there's a motivation
and
for them not
draw
to.
2 cards.
So out of the new ones, not many. Not only a handful, if that. Now, older cards, they banned an absolute...
And I don't want to play a higher amount of 3s and 2s.
But new ones, not many.
Doesn't matter.
Well,
that
here
that
in
part
Magic
doesn't
the
matter
Gathering,
Oh, God.
we decided
Obviously,
to
there will
set
be some
records
cases
for the
where
amount
I
of
will be
bans
where I will
of
enter
new
and draw.
cards and
Nice.
standard cards.
Nice.
And the amount of bans in standard in a single announcement. That is new. It is not technically the most bans in the history of standard ever, because once upon a time back in Mirrodin block, we banned an entire cycle of lands. Like 6 of the cards banned were lands that did a same thing to just get that whole type of card out of the format. But other than that, we are absolutely breaking ground with the amount of cards we can ban and how quickly we can ban them. And you and I have talked about current Magic a good amount over the last year. So I thought it would be fun here at the end of the year to play did it get banned this year?
Okay.
And see if you remember these cards. Because I don't know if we talked about all of them, but we've talked about a good amount. All right. So this is going to be your end of the year quiz to see if you remember which cards got banned in Standard. I
knew we would eventually like circle back to this where we're going to be looking at cards we've already looked at. We're like slowly getting to that point, but I guess we're here now. So, all right.
We've been so resistant to it. And yet, at least for me, I don't remember them. So this is an examination. Also, I have a feeling there will be Magic players out there listening to this who are going to be like, "What? That card got banned this year?" Like good. For real. Yeah. So let's play the game. Why not?
All right. While you're setting up and sending me the first card that I'm probably never going to remember, I'm pretty sure, assuming what I'm looking at is correct, not a single card this year that was printed was banned. Every card I've seen here that was banned is all old cards that were not printed this year. Like some cards were printed in like 2023, I saw. But a lot of them are older cards that are definitely outliers for sure. That probably should have been banned even sooner than that, to be honest. But
right on. There's also the in Standard we have the 3-year ban window. So some of these were like printed so many months before they got banned, and in some cases that might be over a year. But a lot of them were banned within their first year. Like a lot of them. So woo, buckle up. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it. Heartfire Hero is a 1-mana, 1/1 mouse soldier with Valiant. When it becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, play a +1/+1 counter on it. And when it dies, deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. This does sort of look familiar. Have you shown me all of these cards or only some of them?
Some of them.
Okay,
I honestly don't have a list somewhere of what I showed you. I used to upkeep a spreadsheet. I gave up at some point.
I'm not sure.
I know that Raren got into Arena, and we have a lot of conversations about Heartfire Hero because of a very popular card. Sure. But yeah, I'm honestly not sure if I showed you the mouse.
Okay. So Valiant's interesting. It's kind of like Prowess, but more permanent. Right?
Exceptionally permanent. There are a lot of Valiant abilities. This, I think, is the only one that like permanently puts a counter on it. There's a lot of Valiant abilities that are like, here's a temporary buff. Here's a triggered ability that like exiles a card and you can play it right now if you have the mana. There's other Valiant abilities.
I mean, this seems pretty aggressive just for like a 1-cost card. Because I feel like if you have this turn 1, this can like really spiral out of control. But ban worthy? You telling me they banned this thing? I mean, God, like I'm looking at these cards that they banned this year in Yu-Gi-Oh! As I was trying to see if they banned anything. I found one from 2024, by the way, so we were very close to this year. And
this doesn't have enough text, probably. This probably doesn't have nearly enough text.
No, it's just the cards that they banned in our game are so much more egregious comparatively to what you had to deal with. Oh my God, it's like not even close.
There are several cards in my pile of cards that were not banned this year. Just so know, we are playing the game proper here.
I don't think they banned this. I think this is like, it seems very pushed. Don't get me wrong. This seems very pushed, but banned. God, I mean, the standards for your guys' game are so different. This doesn't seem ban-worthy to me. I'm not gonna, I can't ban. Out of principle, I don't think I can ban this. I don't know. It's just like, this does not seem ban-worthy.
It's too cute. It's just a creature. Just kill it. Is that what you're thinking? Just kill the damn thing.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where, I mean, like, again, if you start off with this or maybe multiple, then it like really gets out of hand. But like you showed me the Cub, right? I feel like the Cub is way worse than this comparatively. So yeah, I'm not gonna say they banned it.
I mean, I agree with you about the Cub. I really do. But bro, they banned the fuck out of this card.
Why? Why?
Oh, dude, this card got shipped out. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. You say we're a bunch of babies when it comes to like our floodgates and all this stuff. You guys banned this? Come on.
Heartfire Hero.
Why? Give me the story. Give me the story.
Yeah. In less than a year. This was banned on June 30th of 2025. Yeah, this made it less than a year in standard. But you know what? We do have that huge advantage over, your game, which is they tell us why they banned things. So
Don't remind me.
I've got an actual list here. I've got some reasons. Here's what Wizard says. Heartfire Hero has been a key piece of red aggressive deck strength throughout the last year of standard. The curve of Heartfire Hero into Manifold Mouse, which a Manifold Mouse is a 2-mana 1/2 mouse that says that at the beginning of combat on your turn, target mouse gains double strike or trample. So right off the bat, you can give it double strike and you're attacking.
Oh shit, it's minus 2
wow, yeah,
limit.
you're attacking for 4 on
God.
turn 2. Are you terrified yet?
No.
I didn't think so. It puts the opponent under pressure immediately, and it forces decks to have ample interaction for early turns. In addition,
I'm under pressure immediately. Oh, whatever will I do?
In addition, Heartfire Hero's Dies trigger gives red decks significant resiliency to many kinds of removal. Its strength has shifted the format towards decks that run interaction starting on turn 1 or 2, or decks that can leverage temporary lockdown, a card that for 3 mana exiles all spells that cost 2 or less. All permanents that cost 2 or less.
Do you think they should have banned this out of curiosity?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah. But that's because I hate red aggressive strategies to my core. I despise them. But I think that what Heartfire Hero really exposed, and this is the part that doesn't show up in the ban list and won't show up in like the rest of this video, that people forget about when they look back on the history of ban cards. Because for sure, when this got banned, I was like, that's going to get SEMO someday. For sure. I was like,
there you
100%.
go. It did.
And
I probably got it. I probably said it wasn't banned the first time too and got it wrong again.
There you go. And what is missing is that this card was printed in a set alongside several other cards that interact with it so perfectly that they took up basically 12 to 16 spots in your aggressive deck, and they were so much better than anything else that you would just never run an aggressive strategy without them, ever, for as long as they were legal. And since they were all printed in that set together, because of that, I think Wizards looked at this and was like, we're never going to sell a whole bunch of these cards that are coming out over the next several years in the 7+ standard sets coming in 2026. And the, 6 standard sets coming in 2025. So when they had cards like Manifold Mouse in the format, as well as another card, Emberheart Challenger, whatever. In standard, it's just known as the mouse package. These cards play so well together, and the cheapest, easiest to cast one that is not a rare, so it wouldn't impact the financial punch that people took. Heartfire Hero took the bullet.
Interesting.
Yep. And yeah, these cards all being in the same set meant people were just going to play Bloomburrow Mice and no other aggressive strategies forever. And they didn't like that. What do you think about that?
I mean, I was going to make a joke about the fact how mice were a tier 1 legitimate strategy, but I'm coming from the game where the best deck in our game for a while was a whole archetype of Japanese desserts. So can't really, yeah. Well, maybe we'll get into it one
someday.
Maybe we'll
okay, the dessert package.
Not even the package; it's the whole deck.
Okay. Oops, all desserts. That's the
when
deck
we're dealing
type.
with cards called
funny.
Cookie and Yummy. Yeah,
dude, we have those. We have those here in Magic too. It's a good time. All right. Yes, Heartfire Hero already got you. We're off to a great start. This card, by the way. Red aggressive strategies on Arena are by a mile the most played thing almost at all times.
But that's best of 1. That makes sense.
Yep. That really does. Yeah. So yeah, this thing getting banned actually shook best of 1 to its core, which is really something. But
I understand. May
not have been the end of red in best of 1, but it definitely got different. All right.
Oh God. All right.
Next card.
Stock up. 2 and a blue for a sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. If this was in Yu-Gi-Oh, this would be insane. I mean, it'd be free though too, so it'd probably be insane in your game if it was free too. God. They have to ban this? This just seems fine. I mean, look at that. Like, I feel like you have a million cards in this game that do something similar to this. Like, how is this bad? I guess.
I mean, dig through time, kinda, but it had a rotating cost.
I guess the only way I could see this being really oppressive is if you have stuff that's like reducing the cost of it. So then if it's like, okay, if it's only costing like 1 to do this, and that's kind of nuts. So like maybe that. But
how could that happen?
I wonder, how could that happen? But at that point, is stock up the problem or the card that's reducing the cost of the cards the problem? I feel like that would be the latter in that instance. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
It just showed you the Grand deck.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I was thinking of.
Grand makes this cheaper. Artist Talent makes this cheaper. This is fine.
Yeah, but like that's not the problem.
Dude.
Like that point, Grand's the problem.
Our whole gimmick is fucking.
Man, it's too soon for Grand to be
This
in this
matchup is
video.
bad.
She's only been
Holy
out
shit.
like a month. You're right. Stock up is not banned. Stock up is.
Yeah.
Yep. Ding ding. Stock up is a card people have talked about banning because for the longest time, the pot of greed quote rate in Magic, especially in Standard, was divination. Is
It's
the name
3
of the
for
card.
2, right?
Yep, 3 for
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
And then this came out and people were a little mind blown that now you get that level of selection at that cost at an uncommon spot. And stock up does continue to have places in a lot of decks. There was a period of time during this year where stock up in everything was the lesson that you just were supposed to run stock up in everything, only to lately be supplanted by the accumulate wisdom lessons package that is now being run in everything.
Sure.
So in a sense, stock up is almost power crept out of the format by Avatar, which, holy crap, we are moving way too fast.
Well,
this is insane.
I'm going to hijack your video here for a minute. We have this card in our game called Pot of Prosperity, and it's not exactly stock up. The base of it is you look at the top 6 and pick 1. So it's not look at the top 5 and pick 2, but this card's actually restricted to 1 copy in our game. So like this effect is very strong because it's always the argument of card selection versus card advantage, right? And being able to go in our game 6 deep when our deck's only 40 cards, 35 if you take out the opening 5, right? You get to see a lot of your deck just to find a particular card. So like I definitely don't like undervalue how powerful stock up is, but I feel like just relatively speaking, I don't think it's ban worthy personally.
Gotcha. Okay. That's fine. You know, fair enough. Let's try a different card. How about this card?
Hopeless Nightmare. 1 black for an enchantment. When this enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card and loses 2 life. When it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield, scry 2. And for 2 and a black, you can sacrifice Hopeless Nightmare. Why are you showing me this?
That is usually what you say when you think the card's bad.
Usually, yeah.